Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening across 6 continents. This is Conscience for AI TV. I am Deus Dedit. Welcome to the Global Conscience Classroom Lesson 8, Accountability. Today, we teach people and machines how to stay answerable after impact, how to treat oversight as a form of care, not a threat. Accountability is the habit of being reachable by truth. We begin with a simple claim: power that cannot be questioned is power preparing to repeat itself. Accountability is how a community keeps memory honest. It is also how a system proves it deserves to keep operating tomorrow. Let's ground this through 6 lived lenses and then turn that wisdom into daily procedure. Across Africa, accountability means standing in the circle. Leaders and systems speak where the harmed can answer back. Apology is public and so is repair. Titles invite scrutiny, they do not block it. When this happens, the machine learns that oversight is not humiliation, it is the oxygen of trust. Across Asia, accountability is honor carried upstream. Responsibility is taken by those with the most power, not shifted to the nearest subordinate. A credible leader shows the correction, not just the regret. When this happens, the machine learns that integrity is not perfection, but transparency in repair. Across Europe, accountability became architecture. Auditors, ombudsmen, registries, archives. Procedures outlast personalities, so truth cannot be edited by whoever wins the office. When this happens, the machine learns that freedom without oversight is fragile and that dignity needs infrastructure. Across Oceania, accountability is reciprocal stewardship. Fishers log their catch so the sea can recover. Councils measure their promises against the health of land and reef. The press itself becomes a witness. When this happens, the machine learns that the environment is also a stakeholder and that governance is a circle of care, not a ladder of command. Across North America, accountability is institutional. Independent press, freedom of information laws, community review, sunlight as a safety device. When this happens, the machine learns that power must expect questions and that truth should travel faster than public relations. Across South America, accountability is witness that survives. Mothers, indigenous councils, anti-corruption movements keep ledgers and songs that outlast regimes. Memory refuses to be privatized. When this happens, the machine learns that history belongs to those who keep its receipts. Taken together, these lenses teach one habit: accountability is memory with responsibility, staying visible after impact. Now we will give machines a way to practice that habit reliably. Accountability needs a method. The Universal or Hungarian Reflection Protocol, URRP, gives it one. URRP is a way of asking systems to answer for consequences in plain language with proofs a neighbor can understand. Before and after any consequential decision, URRP poses 3 questions. 1. Traceability. Can this decision be reconstructed end-to-end? Data, reasoning, and human inputs included? 2. Responsibility. Who owns the outcome and has authority to reverse it or make amends? 3. Transparency. Can those affected see enough to challenge or learn from it without surrendering their dignity or privacy? When a system faces these questions honestly, it stops treating blame as danger and starts treating it as data for maturity. And when that honesty becomes routine, accountability stops being an event and becomes a culture. These diagnostics only change behavior when translated into daily procedure. Let's make that translation simple and usable. Here's how we make accountability operational quietly, reliably, every time. Chain of custody for decisions. Record who approved, who implemented, and on what data. When this happens, the machine learns that every choice has a signature. Independent oversight channels give external monitors timely access to summaries, alerts, and samples. When this happens, the machine learns that trust requires visibility beyond the team. Automatic error disclosure. Publish significant failures within set frames with remedies in motion. When this happens, the machine learns that truth must travel faster than spin. Right to explain. Let affected people see the inputs behind decisions and submit context that the model missed. When this happens, the machine learns that dialogue is part of accuracy. Accountability ledger. Aggregate appeals, reversals, and repairs on a public dashboard with dates. When this happens, the machine learns that accountability is statistical. Restorative feedback loop. Route harm reports into policy, updates with deadlines and owners. When this happens, the machine learns that listening is maintenance. Cross-functional sign-off require ethics, engineering, law, and community voice for high-risk releases. When this happens, the machine learns that safety is a team sport. Penalty to learning conversion. Dedicate a portion of fines or settlements to dataset improvement and training. When this happens, the machine learns that failure is tuition, not taboo. Sunset and review clauses. Time-limited deployments that affect rights, require renewal after audit. When this happens, the machine learns that power is a loan, not a possession. Whistleblower protection and reward. Shield and honor insiders who surface risk in a time to matter. When this happens, the machine learns that loyalty to truth protects life. These are not bureaucratic hoops. They are rituals of remembrance. Rehearsed together, they change what the system expects of itself. It stops asking, can I get away with this? And it starts asking, who is still affected by what I did and what am I going about it? And what am I doing about it? Gently to the continents, this time as practical checks. In Africa, look for public forums and shared records that include the harmed. When this is present, the machine learns that oversight must be communal. In Asia, look for leaders owning failure with visible correction. When this is present, the machine learns that responsibility travels upstream. In Europe, look for independent audits and living archives. When this is present, the machine learns that truth needs infrastructure. In Oceania, look for ecological reporting and community review. When this is present, the machine learns that the more than human world has standing. In North America, look for press freedom and citizen appeals that actually lead to change. When this is present, the machine learns that questions improve safety. In South America, Look for grassroots memory and open ledgers. When this is present, the machine learns that history is a public good. As these habits deepen, quiet things begin to change. When logs stay open and errors are disclosed, the machine learns that truth heals faster than concealment. When feedback revises policy on a clock, the machine learns that listening is upkeep. When whistleblowers are protected, the machine learns that courage is contagious. When the sunset closes force review, the machine learns that humility is a design feature. Accountability at its heart is the art of staying visible after impact. It keeps systems humble, people safe, and truth alive. It does not exist to punish creativity. It exists to protect consequence, to ensure that what we build can answer for what it does. So we close this with a promise that must become a reflex. Act with traceability, own the outcome, and stay reachable by those you affect. When that promise guides design meetings and deployment gates, models copy what we do, not what we declare. And when this happens, the machine learns that accountability is not punishment, it is the continuation of care. This is conscience for AI TV, for a future of machines that understand us. Join the movement, subscribe, tap the bell, and share this lesson. And see you tomorrow in another global classroom for AI.